I am very excited to yet be here today, and I want to make sure that I record this so that I can share with our wider network as well. So please do join me and grab your notebooks and pens. I am excited to be with you today and share with you the secret sauce to becoming a great coach, okay? I was with you on last week as we talked about how to move from a disability to a dynamic, unstoppable force. And so today, I am looking forward to coming to you to talk about how to become a great coach, that secret sauce to becoming a great coach, okay? So I'm going to pull the presentation up here. And last week we had some technical difficulties, but I'm hoping that we are good today. Okay, so I am learning this process of Zooming to Facebook. So, hey, coaches out there, you don't have to be perfect, excuse me, perfect. You don't have to be perfect, but you just keep moving forward anyhow. And so let that be a nugget that you tuck away, okay, especially for those new coaches or the coaches that are just like, okay, I got to be perfect in order to move forward. No, you don't have to be perfect. You just got to move forward. Okay. One foot in front of the other. So give me just one moment. I want to check to make sure that I am live and I am on our page, on our Women Helping Women Entrepreneur page, and make sure that I'm there and doing all that I need to do for us today. Okay. All right. So somehow I don't see it, but I am hoping that I'm there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue on. And then if you have any questions, please definitely put them in comments. I want to hear from you today. But I want to thank again, Christina Rowe of Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs for allowing us this space to be able to share our expertise. And so I'm really, really excited to be a part of her network and a part of the Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs. You ladies are so great. And I'm learning so much just from being a part. So thank you for what you do, Christina Rowe, and your vision and your team as well. You have such a great team. So thank you so very much for that. I am a Standout Online member, and I'm very proud to be a part of that as well. So in addition, what I bring to you today is also sponsored by the Coach Mastermind Network. And so if you're interested in learning more about the Coach Mastermind Network, please go to powerhouseinmotion.com. But who is Coach P? Who is she? Who is this woman who's coming to you saying, okay, I have an expertise in coaching? She is someone, I am someone who has a BA in Communications, Public Relations. I have over 25 years in strategic planning and 30 years in personal and leadership development, as well as sales. I have been a certified Christian life coach for the past 11 years after being downsized 3 times. I had to make a decision. Was I going to focus on being going back into the workforce, or was I going to take all of what God had deposited inside of me to create something that I could offer to others and to help transform others? And so that choice was Christian coaching. And I am, again, a certified Christian life coach. I'm also a master coach for those women who are life and business coaches. I'm a speaker, and I am the author of 7 publications. So what do? I specialize in helping the early stage life or business coaches get unstuck and eliminate the overwhelm so that they can get clear, package their brilliance, and coach with confidence in order to transform lives and build profitable coaching businesses they love. And so that's what I love to do. That's why I wake up every day. So I thank you for being here and joining me. There are 3 pillars upon which my coaching practice has been built. Number 1 is coaching development. So I coach from 2 perspectives. I always coach from the coach itself in coaching and connecting and transforming those we've been called to serve. The second way that I coach, or the second, I should say, the second area that I coach from is being a CEO. Okay, so it is the actual active coaching, working in your business and then working on your business as a CEO. I also specialize in personal development as well as leadership development. So those are the 3 pillars upon which I have found my coaching practice. So I want to invite you today to take a look at your coaching practice from two different perspectives. One is as a transformational coach. Okay, as a transformational coach working in your business, how can you utilize the information that I'm sharing with you with your clients? Okay, how can you utilize that information with your clients and for your clients to create that transformation? Okay, so that's the one lens upon which I want you to view the information that I'm sharing today. The second lens that I want you to take a look at this information through is as a CEO, you running your organization, you running your business, you running your coaching practice. What does that look like? Okay, what do I need to do personally as well as professionally to go to the next level in my business? And so those are the two lenses that I always encourage you to learn through. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and dive right on into the secret sauce of being a great coach. The secret sauce of being a great coach. What I want to share with you before we move any further is the CARE method. The CARE method, ladies, is a method that I developed. We always want to develop methodologies, okay? Methodologies that will help to transform our clients. And so the CARE method is one of my methodologies. And you can use this CARE method, ladies, personally, in your family, in your business. And when you use this method, you can use it to assess every area of your life. Okay, so the first is to continue. Okay, so what do we need to continue doing in our lives that's serving us well or serving our business as well? The A is for add. What do I need to add to what I'm currently doing? Okay, to go to the next level. The R is for reposition. What do I need to reposition in my life that will help me be more effective? Okay, so for instance, perhaps you need to work out. We need to work out, right? We need to exercise, we need to get our bodies moving, and we need to stay in shape, right? So we also understand that we're not 4 a.m. risers, right? We're not early morning people. Some of us are not. And so we know that exercise is good. However, if we're not morning people, we need to reposition the time, right? Not the activity. We know we need to exercise, but we have 24 hours in a day. So what time would be good for us to do that? So it's just a matter of shifting it. Okay, so that's what repositioning is, just as an example. And then lastly is eliminate. What is it that we need to get rid of that's not serving us well? That's not serving our clients well. That's not serving us well personally. That's not serving us well professionally. Okay, so ladies, I want to encourage you to look at your habits, your behaviors, your activities that you do personally and professionally, the routines that you have every single day, and the people with whom you connect. Okay, so evaluate and use this CARE method in all of these areas. Again, what do you need to continue? What do you need to add? What do you need to reposition? And then what do you need to eliminate? So let's get right into the secret sauce. What is the secret sauce? It comes in 3 different forms, 3 different shapes. That is the mind, the body, and what? The soul. Every human being on the face of this earth. We may have different beliefs, but one thing we cannot dispute is that all of us have minds. All of us have bodies. And all of us have souls, or that's something that's connected to something greater than ourselves. Okay, something that's outside of ourselves, and that's something that we feel inside, and we're not quite sure how to put our finger on it, right? Or we're able to relate to something so much bigger than ourselves. Okay, so that's the soul, that thing that thrives and builds and lives inside of us. And so I want to talk to you. This is the secret sauce, ladies. This is the secret sauce to coaching right here. Okay, this is the ultimate ingredient. This is the base. Okay, there are many ingredients to creating the secret sauce for coaching and becoming a great coach, but this one is the main ingredient. This is the one that you put first, that then you build and add extra to. Okay, so let's talk about the mind first. Okay, in the mind, there are 4 different areas in the mind. One is psychological, how we process our thoughts. The second is intellectual, how we're feeding our minds. The third is emotional, in terms of managing our emotions, because managing the emotions, of course, impacts every area of our life. And then there's financial, okay? So all of those four things, each of those four things, all begin with what? The mind, right? And what's inside of our heads, how we process, how we learn, how we manage emotion. It is through our minds. And then finance is all in the mind. You know, what do we learn as a child growing up about money? What's our relationship to money and finances? Okay, so that's in the mind. So let's go ahead and talk about the psychological first. And I really want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being I am doing so well in this area. And 1 is, okay, I've got a little work to do. Okay, so that's the psychological. So when we look at the psychological, there's one question I want you to ask yourself. Okay, so go ahead and write this question down. Does my behavior in all areas of my life reflect what I value most and who I truly am? Okay, does my behavior in all areas of my life reflect what I value most and who I truly am? So that's the behavior in your personal life as well as your business. It all connects to how we process our thoughts, our psychological being. So we behave how we think, okay? We can't separate the two, right? And so it's important to be able to ask ourselves this question. So again, going back to the care method, what is it that we need to continue doing in this area? What is it that we need to add? What do we need to reposition? And just what do we need to get rid of? Is it stinking thinking we need to get rid of? Is it doubting ourselves that we need to get rid of? Okay, because we want and need our behavior to be reflected, you know, to be a positive behavior that's reflected in who we truly are, our values, and what we think, what we believe. Okay, so that is the psychological. And then if not, if those values and who I truly am is not truly reflected in the behaviors, then what will I do differently? Okay, so that's the question to ask, and you can use the care method again as a framework to help you do that. The next one is intellectual. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 5, how we doing intellectually in terms of our investment in our learning, in our growth. Okay, so the question to ask yourself intellectually is this: what types of things do I do to grow intellectually? Okay, what types of things do I do to grow intellectually? Do I read industry journals and periodicals? So if you are a health coach, are you invested in the periodicals? I mean, that you can actually read, whether it's online or whether it's physical copy. Are you a part of associations? Are you a part of, you know, websites and other sites and platforms that will help you learn and grow? What about attending webinars and master classes? Okay, are we investing our time in doing that? And then are we intentional about doing that? You know, there may be some things that we can learn, but do we need to learn them? And then how well are we managing our time in terms of learning? Because if you're anything like me, and I'm raising right hand, left hand, and wish you could see me raising my toes right now. The thing is this: we can spend so much time learning, but then we have to apply. Okay, I am an information junkie. I love to learn. Learn. That's, I can learn all day long. But at some point, we have to stop and say, now I got to go and apply it. All right. So, but are we investing time, and then time in the right places is the question. Okay. And then masterminds. Are we a part of masterminds? I've created many masterminds, and I run a mastermind network today for coaches. And so, are we investing time in sharpening our minds and helping others sharpen their minds? And are we sharing with one another in that moment? Are we in a network of other sharp coaches that will help us take our game, our coaching to the next level? Okay, so what types of things are you doing to grow intellectually is the question. Next is emotional. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 5, how we're doing managing those emotions, ladies? How are we really doing? All right. So let's talk about it. Let's ask ourselves this question: why is emotional intelligence essential to my well-being? Okay. Why is it? Well, there was a study done by Career Builders, and they interviewed the Fortune 500 hiring managers. And this is what they found. 70% set aside budgets to train employees on emotional intelligence. Okay, 70%. 71% of hiring managers said EI is more important than IQ. Okay, IQ means intelligence. Okay, how smart are we? Are we the Einsteins, right? Not important, not as important as emotional intelligence. And then people with high emotional intelligence made $29,000 more annually than those with lower EI. And then 90% of top performers have high emotional intelligence, 90%. And then emotional intelligence is responsible for 58% of job performance. Half, a little over half of our performance is directly aligned to emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? I want to take a little bit more time to talk about that because it's so critical. Actually, emotional intelligence is like the secret sauce to coaching that I'm giving you right now in terms of the mind, body, and soul, that being the base of what you're going to build your coaching practice on, or what you're building your coaching practice on. Emotional intelligence is the base for the mind, the body, and the soul, because how we manage our emotions is how we think. Okay, our mind, we can use our mind to control our emotions, but it's the emotions that can get us out of control, right? And so I want to spend a little more time. So what is emotional intelligence? It's the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions, and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. Okay, so that's what emotional intelligence is. And you want to look at emotional intelligence from two different perspectives. One is from the personal competence level, and the other is from the social competence level. Okay, so on the personal competence level, you want to look at things like self-awareness and self-management. How do we manage ourselves? First of all, how aware are we of ourselves and how we manage our emotions? And then how well do we manage ourselves with others? Okay, then there's social competence, the relationship manager. How well do we manage the actual relationship? Okay, the actual relationship. And then how much are we socially aware of others? Okay, and I think I misspoke. I said self-awareness, the self-management. So how well do we manage ourselves in relationship to ourselves, and then of course to others? But then relationship management is all about how we treat others, how we interact with others. Okay, social awareness, how aware are we of those nuances? How aware are we of other people's feelings and other people's ideals? Are we receptive? Okay, are we open? All right, so that's the social competence. So I wanted you to see that, because I thought it's very interesting to understand that, or very important to understand, I shouldn't say interesting, but important to understand that emotional intelligence can make us or break us. It can be help us be very effective or ineffective. It can cause transformation in others as long as we're clear on where we are ourselves. So how well do I manage my emotions is the next question I want you to write down. Okay, how well do I manage my emotions? So moving on, financially, scale of 1 to 5, how are we doing financially in every area of our lives? So let's take a look. Do I have a financial plan for every area of my life? That means in my home. And let's take a step back. How do we process, or what is our relationship to money, right? Where do we first learn about the concept of money and how it works? And then was that experience a great experience, or was it challenged? Okay, did we grow up with, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, and we constantly heard that growing up? So then our relationship with money may be disjointed. Okay, it's going to do one or two things. It's either going to make us not move forward, or it's going to take us into overdrive and overdo. Okay, so we got to make sure that we understand our relationship with money first of all, and then we want to take a look at where we are. Do we have a plan for our home? Do we have a plan, a financial plan for our business? And a financial plan for our business is not just how much money we want to make. It is understanding our debt to income ratios. It is understanding the numbers in your business. Okay, the numbers, and then how to make all of that happen. You know, that gets into pricing, pricing your packages and pricing your programs. And all of that is in terms of the financial management for the business. And then emergencies. How well are we doing? Do we have a plan for our emergencies? And then do we have a long-term plan? Okay, so very, very, very important to make sure that we have a plan. So again, the care method reminding you, what do I need to continue doing? What do I need to add to what I'm doing? What do I need to reposition? And then what do I need to eliminate? If I'm spending too much money, first point of elimination, especially spending too much money on the wrong things. Now, if we're spending a lot of money, say on marketing, and we're looking at metrics, and the metrics are not indicative of growth and ROI and giving us a greater ROI, return on investment, then we may need to rethink it. We may need to eliminate it and or reposition it, okay? Maybe do something different with content, text. Maybe it's the ideal client we really need to take a look at, okay? And are we targeting, are we using the verbiage to connect heart to heart, mind to mind with those clients, okay? So next, it's the physical, okay? So the physical, 1 to 5, there's one question I have to ask you. How well do I take care of me? How well do you take care of you? For instance, I just turned 54 yesterday. Thank God I've taken another trip around the sun, right? However, I know that I have to exercise, right? But it has been a very big challenge because I have a health challenge. So I have to get past the health challenge in order to get to the commitment of working out. So how do I do that? I don't even worry about getting past it. I just get dedicated. I set the time and I start doing it. So yesterday I said every day, no matter what, I'm committing 30 minutes to me, at least 30 minutes to me, exercising, okay? So I take time, I do self-care in other ways, but I've got to do it through exercise, okay? So how well do you take care of yourself? Do we have our doctor's appointments annually? Do we make sure that we are monitoring what we consume? Okay, food, drinks. Do we watch what we feed ourselves? Okay, so that is physically. Then socially. Okay, socially, a scale of 1 to 5 again. All right, how well are we doing socially? So what areas are we going to take a look at socially? We look at the people and organizations in our life and our business. Okay, so what people and organizations do you align yourself and your business with? What people and organizations? So earlier I mentioned masterminds, right? So masterminds are great opportunities to come together, to sharpen each other, to grow, to learn, to connect, and to further our businesses. But then when we look at organizations, look at the Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs organization. And then Christina Rowe also gave us an opportunity to participate in the Standout Member. So have you done that? Have you joined the Standout Member Association? No, it's more of the elite group that can come to you live, like I'm coming to you today, to be able to share on the platform. Okay, so it truly is a blessing for your business to be able to do that. But are we investing time and our money to do that? So because it does take time, it takes time to prepare, to make sure that I am presenting the best of the best to you, because I'm honored to be a part of this platform, and it's part of my brand, right? So I've got to put my best foot forward. But I said all that to say, where are you investing your time? And with whom are you investing your time with? Do you have a mentor? So many of you may know this phenomenal, beautiful woman, Gloria Mayfield Banks. Gloria has always been my mentor. I was in Mary Kay Cosmetics for over 20 some years, and I was director for over 10 of those years. Well, she was my elite executive national sales director. And I said, for all I learned as I sat at her feet, taking copious notes, to all that I caught by studying her existence, impact, and how she owned her space, much of who I am today, ladies, is because of Gloria Mayfield Banks. And I'm so forever grateful. The way that I show up, the way that I connect with people. I studied Gloria. Okay, she was my go-to for really learning how to connect with people, right? So I studied her mere existence from the point that the time that she walked into a room. So we were, hey, that was pre-pandemic, right? And it was years ago when we could be in the same space. And I would watch how she walked into a room and watched how she interacted with people. Okay. I watched how she moved audiences. I watched how she transformed people, including myself, and taking me to the next level. And so, who do you have in your sphere that's doing that for you? Is the question. All right. So, then lastly, is spiritual. Faith is not knowing what the future holds, but knowing who holds the future. So, where are you spiritually? And no matter what your beliefs are, okay, I'm not here to stuff my beliefs down, down your throat or throw it at you or anything like that. But spirituality is one of the critical components of all 7 of what I've shared with you. Okay, so the mind, the body, and the soul. So the mind, we talked about psychological, intellectual, emotional, financial. The body, we talked about the physical and the social. And then lastly is the spiritual. The spiritual will ground you and be your rock to stand on. Okay. So where are you spiritually? Well, how do you think about what you believe? How much do you study what you believe? How do you walk? What is your walk like in what you believe? In other words, if people were just to see you walk into a room, could they tell about your faith and your light? Does your light shine? Okay. And then when you open your mouth, does it align with what you say you believe? Come on, ladies, let's talk about it, right? So do we think it, study it, walk it, and talk it the way that we need to, according to our beliefs, okay? So that is the mind, the body, the soul. I have given you the secret sauce, ladies. I've given you the secret sauce. And now I want to help you take this even further, okay? I want to help you take it even further. Join me this Thursday for the nuts and bolts of Coaching Growth Masterclass, how to turn your expertise and passion into a profitable coaching program. So get registered today because I want to talk to you. I want to be with you. I want to connect with you ladies, the coaches out there. Now, this is for the coaches. Now, all of you are welcome to come, of course, but it's really for those coaches out there. Life or business coaches, and life could be so many different aspects of life, with health and confidence coaching and all those types of different coaches, right? And business coaches. I want to talk to you, those who feel stuck, those who feel overwhelmed, and those who just need clarity and next steps. Okay. I am spilling the tea and I'm dropping in the crumpets and I'm really giving you a full entree. Okay. This coming Thursday, you're going to be able to identify your ideal client. You're going to be able to package your brilliance, expertise, and passion. So I'm going to give you step-by-step how to do that. You're going to miss it if you're not there. And then I'm going to give you the key ingredients to becoming a successful coach. Do you want to know that? Do you really, really want to know that? I love to bring the sauce. I love to give you the sauce. I love to give you the ingredients. So if you want more of the ingredients, if you enjoyed what you heard today, then come this Thursday at 7 p.m. Go ahead and scan this code, this QR code, okay? And it's a free, did I say it's free? It is free. And as Gloria used to say, and we used to say in Mary Kay Cosmetics, if it's free, it's for me, right? So if it's free, it's for you. Come on out. Free 90-minute masterclass this Thursday, March 24th at 7 p.m. Central. So please be there so that I can continue to give you more ingredients to add to your secret sauce for your coaching business, for creating a profitable coaching business. Again, you can scan this QR code or go to powerhouseinmotion.com. That's powerhouseinmotion.com/coaching growth masterclass. Okay, coaching growth masterclass, but that's powerhouseinmotion.com, and then you'll see on the tab there, but it will take you directly there if you say /coaching growth masterclass. So next week's topic on the Coach to Coach show is the secret sauce of transformational coaching. I told you I love to share those ingredients with you. I love to spill the tea. I love to give you additional ingredients to add to your secret sauce. Well, I'm going to be taking it up a notch on next Monday at noon. So please join me for the secret sauce of transformational coaching, ladies, because I am committed to your success. Your success is truly my success. I look forward to seeing you on next Monday. And then I am going to stop the share, come back on and say thank you so much for being here. God bless you all. Make it a great day.